The Wisconsin Elections Commission is finally done with its investigation into Madison's missing ballots from the November election. Last November, you may recall, 193 absentee ballots went uncounted in 3 different wards, and that prompted investigations from both the WEC and the city of Madison. Our Ellie LaLiberte has been following this story for months, and she joins us now in the studio with a breakdown of this report. Ellie?
Well, Susan, the draft report released today is 400 pages long, and it breaks down how these ballots went missing and also shows who's to blame. And unlike the city's investigation, the Election Commission chair is calling the actions of the former clerk, Mary Beth Witzel-Bale, likely illegal.
I think the failure to act is really, it's astonishing.
After nearly 6 months of investigating, Ann Jacobs, the chair of the Wisconsin Elections Commission, concludes that former Madison clerk Mary Beth Witzel-Bale not only failed to do her job, but likely broke the law.
There were so many errors that layered upon each other that it resulted in these ballots not being counted.
The report found probable cause that Witzel-Bale violated 5 election laws.
And a lot of them were simply not following the rules that we have in place to deal with ballots.
The WEC will meet next Thursday to review the investigation, but whether or not the clerk is charged with any crimes will be up to the Dane County District Attorney.
So right now, there's simply conclusions that Commissioner Millis and I drew from the evidence.
That evidence, printing poll books too early, and a failure to notify the state of missing ballots when they were discovered.
Once that happened, you would think that an immediate all-hands-on-deck review to see if there were other ballots that might not have been counted would have taken place. And none of that happened.
I reached out to the city and was denied my request for an interview, but in a statement released today, the city attorney and acting clerk Michael Haas says in part, quote, "We are currently reviewing the WEC's report and hope that it can provide lessons that we and other Wisconsin clerks can learn to prevent similar errors in the future."
Those people had a right to have their ballots be counted, and that right was taken away from them.
Now, the missing absentee ballots were not enough to sway the outcome of any race during that November election. However, the former clerk was placed on administrative leave during these investigations and ultimately resigned from her role back in April.
We will continue to follow it closely, Ellie. Thank you. And we also have a more detailed breakdown of the report on channel3000.com. Just look for Ellie's story.